In contemporary football, stealing a celebration is a frequent event that occurs for a ton of reasons. It can be as a gesture of appreciation to a player who is greatly admired or a disrespect for other players. Or, well, today's episode falls under the latter of these categories. And here are a few athletes that fulfilled that goal. In a recent match, Brentford's Neil Maupay mimicked James Maddison's dart celebration after scoring against Tottenham, sparking a series of dramatic events. What did Maupay do after scoring and how did it backfire? Despite giving Brentford an early lead, Maupay's mocking gesture backfired as Tottenham staged a comeback and won the game. Maddison later insulted Maupay, implying that Maupay only copied his celebration because he hadn't scored many goals in recent years. The feud continued on Instagram, where Maddison posted images of Maupay's celebration, mocking him. There was a flurry of reactions from teammates and other prominent players, including Bellingham, in response to Maupay's actions. However, Maupay didn't back down, retaliating by posting a picture of himself mimicking the dart celebration, with a caption that subtly pointed out his superior career goals and fewer relegations compared to Maddison. This banter extended further as Bukayo Saka had previously copied Maddison's celebration in a North London derby, showcasing the competitive nature of such gestures in football rivalries. Despite these actions being lighthearted and intended as banter, they likely fueled both players' determination to perform on the pitch. Firmino has a history of copying his teammates' celebrations as a tribute to them, but there was an exception when Liverpool faced Arsenal a few years back. Despite being a goal down, Liverpool came back to beat Arsenal 5-1 with a Firmino hat-trick, putting them 9 points clear of rivals Man City at the time. When Firmino scored his second goal, he parodied Aubameyang's famous front flip celebration, deflating the Gunners and contributing to their thrashing in the game. So, do you believe Firmino's parody of Aubameyang's celebration was disrespectful or just part of the competitive spirit in football? In the 2018-19 Champions League group stage, Firmino experienced a similar situation when Liverpool played PSG in the second leg. After scoring the winner in the first leg, he celebrated calmly by placing his hand over his left eye, referencing a horror eye injury he had suffered in a previous match. Neymar retaliated after PSG's revenge win in the second leg by wearing Alisson Becker's shirt and celebrating in front of the Ultras. What was your reaction to Neymar's response to Firmino's celebration, wearing Alisson Becker's shirt and celebrating in front of the Ultras? And of course, he placed one hand over his eye, obviously trolling his international teammate. When you're a player as famous as Ronaldo, even entire countries can do your dirty work for you. This was the case in the recent AFCON tournament when South Africa knocked out favorites, Morocco. Goals from Evidence Magopa and Teboho Mokoena ensured South Africa's place in the quarterfinals. Morocco is the team that ended Ronaldo's World Cup dreams in Qatar, and the South African players didn't forget that. Do you believe mimicking a rival player's celebration is an effective form of psychological warfare in football? They sent a message to the 38-year-old after Mokoena's goal in stoppage time, trolling Morocco by copying one of Ronaldo's iconic celebrations. A number of their squad members were seen clasping their hands over their chests while closing their eyes, a celebration Ronaldo started back at Manchester United. Talk about karma. Can you recall other instances where players have copied Ronaldo's celebrations? And what impact do you think it had on the matches or players involved? Ronaldo's celebration has been copied by very many players in world football, a true testament to his influence on the game. Should players be held accountable for their celebrations, or should they be given more leeway to express their emotions in the heat of the moment? During the most recent World Cup, Portugal were leading Ghana 3-1 in a group game when in the dying moments of the game, Osman Bukhari scored what would be a consolation goal for the Africans. Instead of rushing the ball back to the center circle to push for an equalizer, he insisted on mimicking Ronaldo's trademark celebration. Portugal's number 7 had been substituted by that point, but had performed the celebration earlier in the game when he opened the scoring from the penalty spot in the second half. In your opinion, what is the line between a playful celebration and a disrespectful one in football? Fans made up their own minds, claiming he was being disrespectful to Ronaldo, But he denied these claims and said he was just overcome with emotions after the goal. From the teacher to his student, Haaland was also mocked using his own celebration by PSG players a few years ago. A fake picture of Haaland with the caption, "My city, not yours," made the rounds before the second leg of the round of 16 clash between the Parisians and Dortmund. This lit a fire in the hearts of PSG players, and they came out in the second leg looking to make the Norwegian pay for his remarks. After scoring the first goal of the game, Neymar mocked him by copying his signature meditation. The picture of his celebration with the caption, "Paris is our city, not yours." Liverpool player Curtis Jones believes Arsenal stealing their celebrations demonstrates that Jurgen Klopp's team is on the right track. The Gunners won 3-1 over the Reds and opted to celebrate on the pitch. Sickening. Martin Odegaard's portrait of club photographer Stuart MacFarlane irritated Liverpool veteran Jamie Carragher, who was not resentful about the outcome. How do you interpret Jamie Carragher's response to Martin Odegaard taking a photo after the game? Carragher advised the Arsenal captain to just get down the tunnel while posing as a cameraman on the field. Mikel Arteta and his teammates' celebrations have received a lot of attention this week, with the celebration police working overtime. How do you think Jurgen Klopp's celebratory gestures, such as fist bumps and his passion for the "You'll Never Walk Alone" anthem, have influenced Liverpool's identity as a team? Arsenal are simply rubbing too many people the wrong way by celebrating beating their Premier League championship rivals and singing a pleasant tune before and after matches at the Emirates, and this must stop. They are well aware of this, from Arteta to the social media team. Vile. But believe it or not, they are not the first squad to celebrate in this manner. Liverpool is also guilty of going a little overboard. Jurgen Klopp enjoys a fist bump. He has even raced on the pitch to celebrate a last-minute goal. And we all know the little-known "You'll Never Walk Alone" song. Among all of the over-celebration rhetoric, Reds midfielder Jones was asked about Arsenal's early reaction to 3-1 win. Jones says he wants to shut it all down in a respectful way, claiming that celebrating like maniacs is our thing, and that Arsenal has begun copying us. "Listen, that's why I've got to shut it all down in a respectful way, I'd say," he told the BBC. "The celebrations and everything are lovely. But for many years we've always been a team. Our fans have spoken about it. And the gaffer himself, you know, the way he Klopp fist bumps the fans and so on. That seems similar to what we do. So if they want to steal our stuff, it means that we're on the correct track and we have people that are copying us." There you have it, everyone. Jurgen Norbert Klopp developed fist bumps. What can't this man do? Finally, these cases demonstrate football's competitive and occasionally controversial nature. Players frequently use celebrations to tease or mock their opponents, which adds drama and excitement to the game. While some celebrations are viewed as harmless banter, others may be interpreted as insulting. Celebration mimicry can be used as a sort of psychological warfare, with the goal of unsettling opponents and asserting authority. However, players and teams must strike a balance between celebrating triumphs and respecting their opponents and the game itself. The act of copying opponents' celebrations is popular in football, frequently motivated by the competitive nature of the game and a desire to gain a psychological advantage. While some consider it as lighthearted banter, others see it as offensive. These instances heighten the drama and intensity of football rivalries, emphasizing the game's passion and emotion. However, players and teams must strike a balance between celebrating their victory and demonstrating respect for their opponents and the spirit of the game. Do you know of any other cases that should be included on this list? Please let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on the bell announcement so you may not miss out on new content. Thanks for watching, and see you in the coming one. Bye.